April's going through a tough time right now. And I think we should leave all that alone. I think we should leave all that alone and just be done with all that. We've discussed it. When the body cam shit comes out, or if there's news, we can talk about it, but we can be done with all that because she's going through it right now. She doesn't need this shit. I wouldn't say I don't need this shit. I mean, it's not that awful, not that dreadful. I mean, obviously I addressed it now. It's fine. But like, nobody needs this shit. So I think we can lay off. God bless her. I hope she's doing well. I hope she makes all the right decisions and, you know, everything gets back on track and this terrible year she's had improves. I really do hope that. I will say it's no longer any of my concern, so I should treat it as though it's none of my concern and mean that. So I think we can be done with that for a while. Because no matter how much things fell apart and why they fell apart, I never wanted this to come out for her. I mean, like I said, I'm on good terms with the third party. I can talk about how to discuss it. I can, I can talk about it a little bit. She's got no way to defend herself from anything like this. I can defend her a little bit in saying that I know how she felt. I know she felt betrayed. I know she felt there was a big fight. I fought my ass off for April in those group texts, as you saw. I wanted to keep her involved, and there was a fight going on, and here's what I thought. I thought 4 people communicating, because April and I's problem was hearing one thing, hearing another thing, and it not matching up. So what April and I thought was, if we're all communicating and everyone can see what's said, isn't that better? There's no hiding it. There's no playing a game of telephone. It's a more open conversation. But marry, kill, Kayla, third party, April. I'm not going to jail for answering that question. I am not going to jail for answering a marry, kill. JL not here with $2 says, for clarification. See what I mean? I think the fans are fine. Anders with $2 for the retards in YouTube chat. If you think Aaron would have access to his kids right now if these allegations were true, you were truly brain damaged. Yeah. That's the other thing. Is like, if you think this was any more than 2 women venting to each other after a terrible fight, you're out of your mind. If any of that was true. If any of that was true. 1, I wouldn't have a wife. 2, I wouldn't have any kids. It'd be bad. And again, like Keanu said when we were on the phone, and I think she said it on John's show too, when her and April talked about their spouses, they just talked about how retarded they were. Like, oh, he leaves his socks on the floor. Oh, he does this. She goes, when I talk to April about Aaron, it's just regular person gripe stuff. And that's what we had. So I just, the proof is in the actions, not in the texts. I obviously have never, and again, I will point out again, April never said I hit her. Never once. Jess Wegg. Yeah, Packerbacker says chatting together is better when some of the people don't have ulterior motives. That's what I wanted to cut down on. If there was paranoia that anyone had ulterior motives, fine. Let's put it in the group chat and we'll see that that doesn't exist. But there are some people who, as parents, feel it's better for just the 2 birth parents to be involved in the chat. Okay. Like I said, there was mediation following that. And then after we got some things in mediation, then this document came down. It just kind of seemed that as soon as April and I started cruising on this particular topic, something else would come up. And that really sucks. All right. Shh. We're done now. I haven't defamed anyone. I haven't discussed anyone negatively. I've spoken my piece. I'm done. Dead Game says, you don't think we know that? We're busting your balls, Aaron. Thank you, Dead Game. Yeah, I know. And I know people are going to bust my balls about it and everything else. I think even the people who hate me know that I would never do that. It's insanity. I will say Keanu calling yesterday and us talking made me feel load better. A lot better. Says the fine for violation is only $1,000, a small price to pay, in my opinion. Dude, I want to be done with white trash shit. That's what I want to be done with. This whole thing just became very white trash. Like the last 6 to 8 months. It just became so. Everyone wants to fight. Everyone wants to. It just became a white trash thing. And I saw some of the haters, the detractors were going, oh yeah, Aaron worked these two against each other. I'm like, are you kidding? I would have loved to have nothing but peace. I will say when they got along, so good. So good. Even if they were venting to each other about what a piece of shit I was, fine. That's okay. But by the way, that's what friends do. You ever go to your friends and complain about your wife? By the way, which I don't think is healthy. I don't think you should do that, but we've all done it. Or if a wife's never gone to her girlfriends and complained about their men, it happens. But, I mean, I can say this, never in a million years. I would never intentionally drive a wedge between two people just so they could fight each other. Do you know how crazy that makes you when two people are fighting each other? They're not, okay, two people aren't talking to each other. I'm going to put out a hypothetical here. Two people are fighting each other, but they're not talking to each other. So they're fighting each other through you. Never in a million years would I want to be in that situation, or would I want you to be in that situation. Ugh. All right, off we go. Aaron, Ryobi says, Aaron, you are white trash. Can't was dirt off dirt. I don't know what he means. I rephrase and resend. A headbutt would be. To go to someone, dude, even headbutting a guy would be a animalistic move. Whew. No. Never. Like, the animal you have to be. I was raised a lot better than that to hit a woman or squeeze a woman. Jesus. Now, I will say this. If you hate me, this is Christmas for you. Go ahead. Do what you want to do. Not that you need my permission. I'm addressing this for the fans. That's it. And I don't even know why. I bet you the fans are probably saying things like, you don't need to address this with me. Never once in a million years did we think this about you guys. Still, it's out there. I want to talk about it. I want to be on record. There's certain people I can't talk about. It really does suck. But there was, let's just say 2.5 years ago, nobody hit anybody. Nobody squeezed or choked anybody. And there's something I want to say. Let's just say things can get used when they need to be used. There's the response. And by the way, if you hate me and you think I'm garbage, like I said, I wasn't doing this response for you. I was doing this response for my fans. I was doing this response for my friends. Keanu was telling me yesterday, she's like, this is all just your haters talking about it. She goes, maybe don't even talk about it. Just let them. I'm like, no, that's not fair because I deserve my say. April deserves hers. But I think April would unfortunately, I think she'd face a world of shit. Because let's just say I'm on better terms with other people than April is. I think she'd catch a world of shit, unfortunately, but again, I will point this out. April and I have talked about this very fight, this very situation, this very thing that leaked on previous episodes. It's a little coded. You got to dig a little bit to find it, but we discussed it. I mean, the fact that her and I went on for 2 more years and we're fine, and there's no other shit like this. We had one really nasty fight. We all exaggerated what happened, and we made up that day. Made up that day. The whole makeup, if you catch my drift. And everything was good. We vent, we get angry, we think we're saying things in confidence, and then they turn out to be not so confident.